Hi guys, it's Evelyn and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or if you've come over from my other channel, my weight loss, fitness, hair channel, and you've moved over with me, thank you so much for coming over and do appreciate it. But here we go. So this week's video is about recovery, or my recovery per se. I never follow any proper routine, but I just will start back running slowly. I never stop running, even in fact after a long run the next day really helps me work out those muscle pains and aches, gets me mobile again, gets me moving. So I always do, well, I do a run streak anyway, but I always do a run the day after a marathon or a half marathon or a race, normally just a mile though. I see others still doing 5 miles and 6 miles. I just can't cope with that. But yeah, I do a mile. It helps iron out those muscle kinks and those aches and gets me mobile again. So perfect for that. But how have I recovered over doing 2 marathons in 7 days? The London Marathon was such a great experience. Go back and check out my recap of that. I really enjoyed it, but it was painful the next day, or well, the evening off, and then painful the next day. I think I just did a mile the next day just to iron out the kinks, as I explained, and that really helped. Normally after a marathon, or the last marathon I did last year, that whole week I was ravenous the whole week. But this time round I haven't been as hungry. I was hungry like the night off and maybe the Monday, but the rest of the week my appetite was back to normal, which is really strange for me. I don't know, I'm getting old now, but yeah, things have changed. So, and it's not like I'm used to running the marathon. It was, or maybe it's because I ran it slower, but the only reason I ran it slower is because my body is not fast anymore, so it shouldn't really affect me differently. I think I should probably be more hungry because I'm not as fit and I was out for longer. But no, I wasn't ravenous, so I have no excuse to eat food, but I still used it as an excuse. I just did a marathon, I can eat this, I can eat that. Yeah, so my appetite was back to more normal by Tuesday. I was still tired, generally until maybe Wednesday, Thursday. And so I did force myself to run. I think I did another mile on the Tuesday. Let's see. I ran 2K on the day after the marathon, on the 5th, and I ran a mile on the Tuesday, not too bad, 10 minutes 52. And then I felt better, still a bit tired, but I was able to push. And because I was due to do Chicago Marathon the following week, if I was in Chicago, I would have done it for sure. I had planned not to actually do both virtual marathons because they're virtual, didn't want to inflict myself or anything. They were also doing a virtual marathon experience for the whole week. So you could do a mile, 5K, 8K, 10K, half marathon, full marathon. And you can do it any time in that week. And so I planned to do the 1 mile and 5K, possibly 8K, but I wasn't even thinking of that. And then possibly a half marathon. But I didn't sign up for the half marathon straight away. I just signed up for the mile and the 5K because I knew that I was capable of that a week after doing a marathon. So the Wednesday I decided to go for the mile, and so I did that in 9 minutes 58. So that's the second time I've done a mile race. This one is obviously virtual, so I'm not racing anybody, so you have to factor that in. The other one was in Barbados, and I did that in just, I think it was 8 minutes 59, or 9 minutes exactly. So I was a whole minute slower, but the fact that I had just done a marathon, I might be saying that a few times in this video, so sorry about that. But yeah, I had just done a marathon, and so a minute slower, and not in a race situation, just on my own. I thought, 9:58, not too bad, not too bad. Considering all my rest day miles have been like 10:50, 11, 12, 13 minutes sometimes, not too bad. And then as I felt good racing that day, the next day I did a 5K, not the for the virtual experience 5K. I wanted to do that one on the Saturday because I normally do my not park run, actual effort not park run, and also I do run fly 5K as well. So, and you can only do that on a Saturday morning between 8 and midday. So because I put the effort in on those Saturday runs, I thought I would use that 5K for the virtual experience as well. So my 5K on the Thursday was 34 minutes, 34. So obviously I'm not really, endurance wise, I was a bit too tired to run fast, but I was able to run it the whole way through, I think. Let me see. Stop to, or slow down at 3 points in that run. And then, so by Thursday, as I was feeling good, I was also, it's coming close to Sunday or the day of the original marathon. I was feeling two minds whether I should just go ahead and do it, not like announce it to everyone, just do it as if on my own, and just also reflecting on the time that I did at London. I wanted to improve on that. I knew I wouldn't because I was running it on my own. The app experience was not going to be the same. They hadn't had an app. They've got an app, but it's more for taking selfies and printing off your bib and stuff like that. So it wasn't the same as the London Marathon app. So everything would be on my own and everything. So I was thinking, should I do it? Should I not? And then I thought to myself, I'm going to do it next year because London deferred to next year's October, and the Chicago Marathon is always in October anyway. So it's likely, if they all go ahead next year, that I'm going to be doing 2 in 7 days. So I thought if I do it in my own steam, at least I'll know I'm capable of doing it. So by Thursday I had decided, yeah, I'm going to do it. So I did a practice run of a 10K, and I did it as a run walk with I think I did it as 5 minute, 1 minute interval. So 5 minute run, 1 minute walk. And so I did that as a 10K, and I ended up doing that in 1 hour, 13 minutes, which was fairly good. I thought, yep, I felt good in the run. I should be able to do that. So I set up my watch for Chicago that night actually. And I said, yeah, I'm going to go for it. So I signed up, and I'm basically set on doing it. So the next day, so I think that was actually Friday. My 10K run was on the Friday, but Saturday came along. I went for it with the 5K. Wasn't as fast as previous week, but again, still getting over marathon is my excuse that whole week. And so it was 31 minutes 23, which was okay, not brilliant, faster than the 5K on the previous days. So that's why I submitted. That's all I could submit. So that was that. And then Sunday came, did the Chicago Marathon. I'll put a link to my recap up in the corner, whichever corner it is. And I'll put a link in the description as well. That came and went. It went okay. I did it slightly bit faster than London, but you'll see in the recap. So Chicago Marathon, it came and went okay, but what you probably would not have known is that the end of that recap ended quite abruptly because I thought I was gonna faint. I didn't faint, or I could have done, but I didn't like collapse. But I was feeling like I needed to sit down, and so I sort of finished off the vlog. But you couldn't see that something was happening, but you could see I was so tired. And then I just basically ended the recording, and I had some jelly beans on the side, so I just ate a load of those to try and help with sugar. Maybe it was lack of sugar. And then I just laid down on the floor, just right here, lay down and rested my head, and then I think I had some water, and then I just woke up. So I fell asleep. It was like, I didn't faint, but you could say I did. I don't think I fainted, but I just needed to sleep instantly. Is that the definition of fainting? Maybe, but it wasn't like I fell and collapsed and I was unconscious. It was just, I laid down, had a bit of water, and then fell asleep. So I don't know, yeah, that was so weird, but I think that's the only thing that's happened in this last 2 weeks. So I'll need to watch out for that for when I ever do 2 in a week, which is next year. Just make a note of that. But apart from that, my recovery went well, or went even better than the previous week. I did my normal, I think, what did I do? Did 2K again on the Monday, iron out the muscle aches, but I was aching more. I did that in about 14 minutes, 50 seconds. And then the Tuesday I did a 2K again, even slower, 16 minutes 56. I think I had to walk a few times on that one, and that was 2.1K. And then Wednesday I felt much better, did 6K in 42 minutes 29 seconds. and I thought I'd give myself a rest. So I did just a mile the next day, 10 minutes 51, not too bad. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I went out and did a 5K in 32 minutes and 3 seconds on my own. So yeah, I was happy with that. That's like, I know it's not fast, but it's faster than I was doing just on a Friday run normally before 2 weeks before. So I was really happy with that. And then on Saturday, not park run, I didn't have my chasers or the people I chase. They're supposed to be run with, but I'm never running with them because they're so fast. I never see them. I think I see them for the first half and then they're gone. From about 2.5K, I don't see them because they're so far ahead of me. Normally, in my good fitness days, I'll be right up with them, but because they're doing it in about 28 minutes, and I was even faster than that before. But at the moment, I'm slow in comparison, so I don't see them for dust. But I think so. I ran with Lucy and her brother. So if Lucy's not there, her brother's not going to be there. And Lucy had a 10-miler, a race in Milton Keynes. So I had to run on my own. I thought, although I didn't do it at the normal time, I was a bit lazy because we normally meet about 9:30. I was a bit lazy, so I probably didn't get out to start running until about 11:15. But I thought, I'm going to do what I normally do, not run around locally. I'm going to actually go to the park where we normally start off and actually do the same route, because then I'll know that I can run fast on my own or not. So anyway, I did that and I managed to run on my own power, no chasing. Because I think the chasing does help. When you know you're supposed to be with them, you keep up. So I didn't have that motivation because there was nobody with me. I just had to go on my own. But I did it in 30 minutes and 3 seconds. I thought, oh my gosh, that's faster than last week. It's faster than the weeks before I even had done the marathons. And I think it's the fastest 5K I've done since July, which was the Striders time trials. I'll put a link to that as well if you want to see my faster 5K and my time trials. So yeah, I'm so happy with that. I can do it, it's still in me. And so because I put on so much weight since COVID and lockdown, I think if I actually lose that weight, I'll definitely be back to 28 minutes running. So I think it's now the carrying of the weight. But I'm thinking also that if I can run fast with this extra weight, I should just not wait until I lose weight to get fast, just keep building on that, and they should work together. But I am, now it's a week after, as of today, I'm starting my weight loss again. So another weight loss journey to come. And yeah, I hope to lose about 24 pounds and that'll take me back to my goal, see how much weight I put on. I actually have lost a little bit. I think I put on even more than that during the height of lockdown. But I've lost a bit of that now, but I need to really put proper focus on losing weight now that I don't have to worry about these long endurance runs that really make me hungry. So that's my focus for the next 12 weeks on the weight loss side. And then, so as I said, I was very pleased with a 30-minute 5K. Not done that for such a long time, so that's good. That bodes well for the future. And then yesterday I didn't do another marathon. I think people were expecting me to have done another marathon or a long run yesterday, but I decided to recover properly and just do 10K. And even I started off really slowly. It didn't feel slow, but when I look at the splits, it was slow. And I'll put them while I chat to this last bit. But yeah, it was slow. I was doing about 7:10, 7:09, 7:12, 7:14. So yeah, I was doing about 7:09 to 7:12 minutes per kilometre pace for the first, I think, 5K. So I was, started off really slowly. When I'm enjoying my run, I'm slow. I think I enjoy running slow. That probably will not go away. But I do remember when I used to run slow, it wasn't more than 7. It was probably like 6:30 was my slow, comfortable pace. I'll say easy. I won't say slow, I'll say easy. That's what I really mean. But yeah, my easy pace is now more than 7 minutes per kilometre. But in the past, it was 6 minutes 30 was this easy pace, and then all my faster paces were sub 6 minutes. those were the days. Obviously it took that time to warm up, so the rest of the time I sped up, and I didn't consciously think about running faster until the last 2k, but the 6k I think I was still about 7 minutes, but it was like 7 minutes, 7:01 I think. And then the next one, because I returned, I went all the way up to Dunstable on the busway, and then came back, stopped to take a picture, and then I came back the other way, and it must be slight decline because on the way out you're going up, but not that much. I might put the elevation as well so you can see that. But yeah, I just thought, okay, I feel good. Shall I do 12k? I was even thinking to myself, should I do 10 miles instead? But I had planned to do 10k, so I thought I'll just stick to that. Because normally if I plan a distance in my head, when I reach it, I just switch off, and it doesn't matter what it is. So if I went out for 10k and then I thought, oh, I could do a marathon today, I'll get to 10k and just stop, even though I changed mid-run to do more. When I get to my original goal or what I set out to do on the day, I just switch off. Always the way. Or if I pass my house, switch off and I just turn in. I think around 7 or 8k, I thought, okay, let's do this. Let's try and get closer to my old running as possible, so let's put some effort in. Started putting effort in and looked at the next, I can't remember what the measurements were, but looked at the next one, it was faster. I was like, yes, okay, let's go for 107 I was going for at this point, 1 hour 7. Like, come on, we could do this, we could do this. And then I started doing intervals, speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, but not walking, because normally at my intervals I walk and the rest or recovery bits, but I was like, obviously I'm doing a 10k, so let's not walk, let's keep going. And then I'll do shorter bursts with jogging in between. And then my next one, I think my 9th k was like 6:02 or something. I was like, what? It was 6:16. I was like, what? Okay, I can do this. And so the last k, I just like went for it, and I kept on looking at things in the distance, like go for it. When you get there, then the next one, go for it. So you can see my pace was getting up there, and it ended up being 5:57 minutes per kilometer on the last k of a 10k. Never happens. So yeah, I was really pleased with myself. And then, I didn't hit the 107 that I had in my head, but I could see it was like 107.30. I was like, well, I've only got 200 meters to go. Then I think I'm like Usain Bolt and I can do 200 meters in 5 seconds. I always think that. Like, it takes me another 2 minutes or something. But yeah, I could see that it's like 107.40. It's like nearly there. You got 100 meters to go. Quick. But I ended up, probably not that. If you work out what I'm saying, it wasn't that. But then I was like, oh, I can get in 107.59. I should be able to do this. I'll still have the 107 in my head that I was targeting. But, you know, alas, I missed it by a few seconds. So it ended up being, if we take the 10k for exactly 10k, it was 108.06. But the overall, I stopped my watch at 108.08. But yeah, 108 a week after a marathon, so again, I think that's really good for me. So I'm impressed with where my progress is going. I'm glad that I've recovered successfully without doing anything in particular. Obviously I did stretches and things like that, goes without saying, but more on the first couple of days. I generally don't stretch after I run on normal days. If I do a really long run, I definitely need to stretch because I really feel it. But like after my 10k yesterday, I didn't stretch afterwards. I know that's not good, but that's how I've been. But as I get older, I can feel my body needing to, so I might have to start incorporating stretching in my normal regime. That is my long-winded recovery. I hope you enjoyed it. My plans for the next coming weeks are, I think I'm going to have another repeat week. So I'm going to repeat the runs that I did this week, although I'm going to make the minimum 3 miles. So my rest day miles are not going to be 1 mile, they're going to be 3 miles. So rest day 3 miles. So after that, I don't know yet. So I think I mentioned that I would try and look at my 10k times. So I'm not sure if I'll do that or try and concentrate on 5k again and try to get back down. But I think maybe if I try 10k and then when I've lost my weight by January, I'll be faster anyway with the 5k. So I might just, stick to 10k. So next week I should be able to get back to you with my plans for a faster 10k and what I'm going to do about that. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, please do select the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe and click on the bell to be notified when I post videos. And I will see you next week. Take care, stay safe, bye.